I received about 2,000 back actually from the Paycheck Plus, and about 1,500 of that I saved, and the other 500 I spent on my son. So I just went and bought him clothes and sneakers and, things that boys like to do,
I received, if I remember, about $835, and that was actually a little more than I expected. And what I did was I saved most of it, I put it in my bank account, but then I also used some of it to pay towards a plane ticket.
Got I think 1,200. I bought a bed. Yep, a nice soft bed to sleep on. That's about it.
I just saved it with my other money. Eventually that helped me pay off my housing debt.
Over the past several decades, it's become harder and harder for many American workers to earn enough to support themselves or their families. Wages haven't increased by much for the average worker and have actually fallen for those without a college degree. A typical worker with a high school diploma, for example, earns less today than he or she did 30 years ago. The decline in real wages for those without a college degree has been especially large for men.
When I get a job, it would always be like base salary, nothing over $12 an hour, even though I'm a high school grad with a little bit of college. So I'm kind of stuck.
One policy that has helped to offset this fall in wages is the Earned Income Tax Credit. The EITC is available to workers who earn less than a certain amount, and it's refundable, meaning that low-wage workers can get a large check at tax time. For example, a single mother with 2 children can receive a credit for more than $5,500. The Earned Income Tax Credit provides benefits to nearly 30 million people each year and has become one of the most successful anti-poverty programs in the nation. But the credit provides very little to workers without dependent children. What if these workers were offered a more generous credit? Paycheck Plus is a test of that idea in 2 American cities. Since 2014, MDRC has partnered with the Center for Economic Opportunity and the Food Bank for New York City to test the program in New York City. Last year, we launched the program in Georgia with the United Way of Greater Atlanta.
I provide babysitting services for people who work or in school, and I stay home. I watch infants and toddlers and kids of school ages.
I'm a 6th grade ESL teacher, and I help students who don't know English that just came to the country. I help them learn English quickly and adapt to the country quickly as possible. I feel proud of what I do.
I stood unemployed for a while to take care of my dad, and then got myself a CDL license. Started working with trucks now.
I was working for a live sound company, and we were doing independent audio and electrical work. That was the first year in a very long time where I actually even made enough money to even pay taxes.
And I help individuals that are transitioning on their way home from being previously incarcerated, that have no real sense of direction, that may appreciate having someone talk with them that can really identify what their struggles and barriers are.
Yes, I have one son. He's 34 years old, and I help him the little bit I can. He gives me when he can, but he has 3 kids of his own and a wife.
The fact of the matter is that I didn't know how to be a dad, I had to learn. I had to grow up. It was my son who told me, Dad, you don't have to come around when your pockets are full of money. I can't say enough about the relationship. We can talk about anything, and he chin checks me once in a while, he puts me in my place, and I appreciate that.
I don't have no kids or nothing, so basically my motivation is the money, and to take that money that I make there and to put it into my career with music. And so I just go there every day knowing that it's always a bigger plan, and this is just the start to bigger dreams.
So I went to college. I graduated from LaGuardia Community College. I have a business administration degree. It was a wonderful experience, and I wanted to hit the road running, Now I finally have a degree that would open up doors for a career.
In New York City, it's very expensive living, and if you don't have a real good job, you're just working to pay bills like food, rent, lights. There's no money left to go get your hair done or just go to a nice play or just go out to have a dinner.
I don't mind disclosing that it's very difficult living in New York City, and I've had serious economic problems. I've been unemployed, I've been homeless. And try to keep your head above water in the city, you know, to the best of your ability. And it's a struggle, a day-to-day struggle.
If you don't have a partner or someone else to contribute, you know, you need at least 2 incomes. And sometimes even at that, it doesn't cut out to be enough to really say you living comfortably. You know, you're just surviving.
Paycheck Plus provides up to $2,000 at tax time to workers without custodial children. During the first year in New York, nearly 1,400 participants received a bonus, which averaged about $1,400 per person. Paycheck Plus recipients will be eligible for bonuses for up to 3 years. In New York City, participants are receiving their second-year bonuses. In Atlanta, participants will receive their first bonuses in early 2017.
In New York, paying rent, like, you never really see like that much money in your account, and to see like a comma, it was just it was a good feeling.
I think they gave me like $480. I only worked a few months, right, at the time. And that went towards my child support arrears. So that's a great benefit. I've been used to receiving a letter in the mail saying, you owe this, you owe this, you owe this. Just last month, I get a letter in the mail that says, you owe 0 in arrears. You kidding me? I got emotional over that.
I don't feel so trapped, like, if something come up, where am I gonna get the money from? You know, because I have no extra, but I have that to fall back on. So I don't feel as stressed. You know, I knocked off some bills, debt, and I still have a little savings. So I'm at ease right now.
Making the Earned Income Tax Credit more generous for workers without children is an idea that has broad political support. Both President Obama and House Speaker Ryan have argued for expanding the credit for this group, which could ultimately benefit up to 13.5 million workers. Paycheck Plus is testing what happens when you expand EITC for single workers. The project is tracking how many people receive a Paycheck Plus bonus and will measure its effect on their income, employment, and overall well-being. Stay tuned for initial findings in 2017.